Hey, what's up guys? Welcome and welcome back to this channel. If it is your first time to come across this channel, please consider subscribing. Today, for my returning subscribers, I really appreciate for your support. It means a lot to me. And now guys, in this video I want us to look at a speech by one of the African pan-Africanist, who is an African, and I want us to see what he had to say for to address Africans and Jamaicans, or people in the Caribbean. And the reason why they are involved in this is because the Caribbean countries comprise of most African descent. Now guys, let's get to watch this video, then I'll come back with my reaction or comments about this speech. Brian Kagoro is the Program Support Division Director of African Region Office of the Open Society Foundations. Prior to that, he was the founder and executive director of the Uhai Africa Group, a governance and development consulting firm with operations in Johannesburg, Harare, and Nairobi. And now let's get to hear what he had to say to Africans and Jamaicans.
I think the most fundamental challenge is not white supremacy. It's black inferiority and the abiding appetite amongst the black elite to function on the basis of white embrace. Number one. If we ourselves, even our thieves, are not patriotic, when they steal from Africa, they invest in Europe, they don't believe. The minister said, fix our own governance system. The people in charge of governance systems steal and invest elsewhere as an indictment or an affirmation of their own incompetence and incapacity. But the second bit is that I think both His Excellency Musa Faki, Professor Lumumba, and the minister indicated, when you grow a disconnect between the people who give you legitimacy, who are the ultimate resource for the transformation of any nation, when you grow a disconnect between your culture, Amilcar Cabral said, every revolution is first a cultural revolution. A people must believe in themselves. That way they are able to produce both citizens and leaders who are not only patriotic and competent, but that are future focused and that are regenerative. Unfortunately for us, we have constantly killed three forms of assets. First asset, we kill our babies and our young people by never exposing them. And Rwanda is an exception to this, to what it means to govern and what it means to negotiate, what it means to compete. Number two, in all our countries, anybody, the age group of the people sitting at this table, when you are out of government, you are finished. The state has absolutely no use of the experience, the expertise, and the resources. We are constantly going elsewhere to look for experts that we either have in the diaspora or we have in our countries. The inability to build, retain, use our own local expertise and experience. The third is that we have created everything to be so leader-centric that most of our citizens either wait for God or wait for the leader or wait for foreigners. And the day must come in Africa where Pan-Africanism is Pan-Africanism of the people. No matter how brilliant institutions are, continental or regional, as long as they are not nourished by the ideas of African intellectuals, African artists and activists. But there is hope. Many of you may not see it as hope. The dominance of Afrobeat and Afropop in the world today, sending a message. If that can be used as a vehicle of cultural regeneration, if what the young people have been able to do with tech can be used as a way of reimagining, then what we're talking about as a phenomenon will end. The third is that we can't keep sending all our people. I know that is maybe brain gain for some people. We can't keep sending all our young people to Europe, to America, and elsewhere without creating pathways back. Why? Frantz Fanon said they realized that the empire or the center came and took the best from amongst us and took them to their best institutions, and they emptied them of their own culture and their own sense of being, and they filled them with ideas of how to be good Europeans and Americans. And when they returned, their kith and kin realized that their children had not come back. What had come back were echoes of the empire. You and I, having had the opportunities to serve outside our continent, when we return, we're not trying to establish little Europe's, little France, little America. There must be an authentic way. That's why Rwanda's revolution is not only leadership, it is homegrown solutions, not for Rwanda only, but for the whole world, not just for Africa. We cannot assert ourselves culturally, intellectually, spiritually, as long as we are leprous and dependent.
So guys, Brian Kagoro highlight a very important message and a critical message, especially at a time like this, to Jamaica, for Jamaicans and Africans. And one of the key, actually the title of his message is that Africa is not broken. I mean, Africa is not broke but broken. And it goes the same for Jamaica. You know, right now Jamaica is experiencing some challenges with its leadership. Or let me know, do you have any Jamaicans here that can attest of that? The current situation in Jamaica is not good at all from what I am observing, and the people are not happy with the way governance, the people are leading and governing the nation. Now, he says that one of the problems of the Africans is not actually white supremacy, but black inferiority. You know, that aspect of us feeling like we cannot be able to do anything, that we have to depend on the other people that we call the superpowers, or the white supremacy, or the white people. And that means even, you know, like now in the case of Jamaicans, there have been a story. There are stories that the leaders in the government, you know, I don't want to go in deep in politics in this video, but there are allegations that there are leaders that are in government that have been investing their wealth abroad. And that means he says that thieves are not patriotic, you know. He infers that if thieves are patriotic, they should be stealing from here and also investing here, so that they can help even us, you know, or other people or the locals can benefit. But the thieves want to steal, the thieves in government want to steal and invest in abroad, so that they can get the affirmation, that affirmation from the whites. That is what is also killing us, you know. And now he comes to say that people should believe, you know, he says that people should believe in themselves. You know, as black people, we should believe that we can do it. You know, we should not believe in getting help, you know, or getting help from the other people. Look at the time of the colonialism. Blacks are the ones that were used to do great things. Most iconic buildings that exist today, they were done by Africans, or they were done by slaves. You know, slaves are the ones that even revolutionized, you know, industrialization. You can get that from the history, guys, of slavery. The whites, or the colonizers, they used slaves to establish most businesses, or most you know, sectors that exist today, you know. And he comes out to say that what we have done as Africans and even the Caribbean people is killing our assets, and that includes the young people. We have killed the young people, you know, because we get the youth get an education, but they cannot secure a job, you know, or even exporting them for exporting them to work abroad, you know. And that means that we lose them, because once they get there, or once they are supported by, you know, when you support, the people support you, they will want you to become like them, you know. They come and they embrace that culture, and they are turned into, you know, they are blacks, but their mindset is of the whites. And he says that one of their problems, such kind of people, when they come here, they just want to turn these places into mini Europes and mini Americans. That was so profound, guys, you know. And he comes to say is that one of the things that Africans need to do, and even the people from the Caribbean, is to learn to depend on themselves, is to learn to feed themselves, you know, because he says once you feed yourselves, you are free from slavery. He says that people that cannot feed themselves, they will always be slaves. And he comes to challenge the idea of always expecting or waiting for a foreigner to come and support you and help you and feed you. I think that is something that we as Africans need to change. We need to change our mindset about that. We need to transform our minds that we have to rely on people or on foreigners to come and give us help. You know, it's not okay, it's not bad to reject the help when we are given, but it should not be that we are so much dependent. We should not always feel like we cannot do without that. And we can just amend or mend, our broken continent, yeah, and our broken systems, because he comes to say, he says that he reiterates or mostly emphasize that Africa, the Caribbean, or the people that wherever the blacks people are and are struggling in those countries that are called developing countries, it is because the systems are broken. It's not that the countries are broke. We are not broke. Like when you look at the resources that are here, just look at even behind me, the land there. It's very fertile and anything can grow. But now because the leaders are corrupt here, they won't even the lands that were used for agriculture, they have been transformed, for into real estates. That is what is happening here in Africa, and you know that the richest economy is agriculture. The richest sector, it is agriculture. But you know the governments are shifting into real estates, and I don't know, guys, I don't know what to say, but we just pray that in the times to come, or in the present and in the future, that there will rise African leaders and mm, local leaders that will amend the ways and amend the broken systems in our country. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for your support. Please let me know what you think about this speech, and let me know, does it resonate with you in your wherever you are, from your origin? Do you think that we have become too dependent on what the people are offering? Like, look at the sponsorship, the scholarship that so much our young people look out for, that even you can be scammed, trying to get a sponsorship abroad. Even there's some members of the government, that are scam the young people in by telling them that they are connecting them to an education abroad. A lot of people have been scammed a lot of money. There have been a lot of a very big saga here in Kenya, involving leaders that took away money from students by promising them to take them to get an education abroad, whereas that education is the same that they can get here and get and even develop this economy. Anyway, guys, thank you. God bless you. Have a great time.